Hello friends, hope you are all doing good. Today we are going to discuss about the most important topic, internet connectivity issues at your home and how to resolve it. In this video, I'll show you how to extend your Wi-Fi signal from your living room to other rooms and from one floor to other floors, just in 3 simple steps. It is very easy and no extra cost involved. So, let's begin. In the recent times, employees who are working from home, children who are joining online classes, browsing time on social media platforms, watching online videos, movies have increased so much. We are using Skype calls, Microsoft Teams, Zoom meetings to connect with your colleagues, mentors across the globe. So everyone wants to communicate with others through a lot of mediums. So the basic thing that connects us all is the internet. You purchase the ISP connection from your service provider and pay it on monthly basis or quarterly basis based on the plan. Availing multiple ISP connections for your home is really unnecessary and it costs really heavy. In this video, we are going to show how to use minimal configurations and devices and utilize maximum out of it to make sure that you use the internet connections up to the limit. So in our home, we used to watch TV and connect TV to all the streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime and other streaming platforms. We use all the social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, etc. Listening to music, watching online movies and even controlling your IoT devices when you're outside home. Laptops and mobile phones connect to a single internet router, but when you move around the home, the signal strength is really poor and you may be getting disconnected quite frequently. This is the main reason where you will not be able to communicate with the internet on a timely basis. So, what are all the common problems using a single router? The most common factors are slowness, poor signal, disconnection, and no internet at all. You may face all these problems in case of a single router with less Wi-Fi signal coverage, especially in multi-floor houses and apartments. So, in our example, we will see a single floor house with a room, kitchen, and a bedroom where we are going to use 3 routers to boost the signal, one alpha router and a couple of secondary routers. So, what you need and what are these 3 simple steps? Collect, connect, and configure. So, you have to collect some of the equipments. One is any old routers that you have in your store or you can purchase online. It doesn't have to be a hi-fi router or high-end router. It has to be a very simple router you can purchase. Second is an Ethernet cable. So collect these equipments. And the second step is connect. Connect it as per the recommendation. Connect these secondary routers to your primary router with the Ethernet cable. And the third step is configuration. In this video, we have also clarified the configuration steps that will really help you to make this router work. This is the simple architecture that we are going to discuss today. Here we are going to name the primary router, that is the router which is placed in the living room, as alpha. The alpha router always connects to the internet. The other routers which are used to extend the connectivity are named as beta and gamma. Together they are called secondary routers. The alpha router, that is the primary router, should be connected to the internet on its LAN port. The other routers should be connected to the primary router with its LAN port. This is the most important step because this is going to be making sure that the connection is working perfectly or not. Here are some of the configuration tips which I am going to discuss. Firstly, factory reset these secondary routers. If you are using an old router, just see behind the router there will be a small pin. You just have to press it for 10 seconds and the router will be factory resetted and comes to its default state. You can use the default IP, username and password to log into those secondary routers. Just make sure that you connect to your laptop to the routers with the LAN cable. The IP address of your laptop should be same range like the router's management IP. I have given the example above. Name the router in a different way. The living room router as alpha, the other room routers are beta and gamma. You can change the names as per your own standards. DHCP should be disabled in the secondary routers. The main reason behind this, we want a single DHCP server in your home infrastructure. Your single DHCP server should be allocating the IP address for all the endpoints that are mobile phones, laptops, computers, etc. We do not want multiple DHCP servers to be giving the IP address to the devices, which will create IP conflicts. So your alpha router should be your DHCP server. Management IP of all the routers should be different. The main reason is you have to connect to each and every routers in case of any issues. So you have to keep the management IP address differently. Now after all these configurations, you can connect to these secondary routers only with the manual IP that you are going to set up, because you have disabled the DHCP server. So please be careful to note down the management IP address, the username and password that you are configuring on these secondary routers. The configuration is pretty simple. The alpha, beta, gamma, the names of the routers, the management IP address of the alpha router 192.168.1.254, and the DHCP start IP address and the end IP address. This will be the IP address that will be assigned to all the endpoints that are mobile phones, your laptops and computers. There are no major changes required in alpha router because your ISP engineer will be configuring all these. Just make sure that there are no changes done on the WAN IP side. The configuration on the beta is most important. As we discussed before, the name should be different, the management IP should be of different IP range, and DHCP should be in a disabled state. The same applies for the gamma router as well. Here is the example screenshot of the internet router, that is the alpha router, where the DHCP IP address has been enabled, the IP address of management has been configured as 192.168.1.254, the DHCP start IP address and the DHCP end IP address has been given. Please note the beta router configuration is very simple as explained before. The management IP address and the DHCP is disabled here. There is no need of DHCP start IP address and enable end IP address should be given here. The same applies for the gamma router as well. Management IP should be different, DHCP should be disabled. So now we have done the configurations. Now we have to connect these routers to the primary router and make sure that we are placing it on the right place. So this is your home. Place the alpha router in the living room and keep the secondary routers on your bedroom and kitchen, and make sure that it's been connected to the LAN cable. This is also applicable for a 3-floor house or a 2-floor house, where you just have to connect the alpha router in the center floor, and then you have to connect the secondary routers on top and below, and use the same methodologies to connect the LAN cables. Now we have done all the 3 simple steps: collect, connect and configure. You have also placed the routers on the specific places and connected with the cables, I think, and configurations is done as per the explanation. So enjoy and have a great day. Thank you for watching, and if you really like the video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel to support my efforts. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.